Sister Wives Christine Brown's cringe moment aimed at Robyn? With Sister Wives star Christine Brown Woolley's cringe moment aimed at her former sister wife, Robyn Brown. The two have cut ties since Christine left the Plural family in 2021, but have been forced to be together for their kids a few times. So did Christine do something she thought was cute when it was actually cringeworthy and disingenuous? Keep reading for more details. Christine Brown's cringe moment aimed at Robyn. When Christine Brown Woolley gathered her three sister wives and Kody Brown in 2021, she had a few announcements. The first was she was leaving them, and the second was that she was moving from Flagstaff to Utah. Finally, she noted that she was distancing herself from Mary and Robyn Brown. Yet Christine wanted to maintain her closeness with second wife, Janelle Brown. Robyn was very hurt by this because she interpreted it as Christine abandoning her and her 5 children. That was not the case. Christine moved to Utah and eventually fell in love with David Woolley. She knew from the first date that he was the one and vice versa. They started to plan a wedding before there was even an engagement. It was clear she had found her soulmate, but Kody maintained he had no idea what she was doing in Utah. Then it was time for Gwendolyn Brown's wedding shower, and everyone was invited. At the last minute, Kody and Robyn Brown opted to go so they would come face to face with Christine. Plus, they would meet her new man, David. While doing the introductions, Christine Brown leaned closer to David, resting on his shoulder. One fan said when she does this, she acts cringe. Plus their kids, along with Sister Wives fans, are over the constant PDA. Though they are happy for Christine, it is a tad much. Yet was her cuddle moment with David all for Robyn? A Reddit thread was started to discuss the interaction, and the OP believed she did it because she still cares for Kody. A follower had another idea. Sister Wives followers struggled back and forth. Was it about Kody and Robyn Brown, or is Christine Brown Woolley sincerely happy? Has she found her person and wants to celebrate it everywhere? There were a lot of mixed emotions, and for good reasons. Robyn, ever the master of keeping up appearances, tried to maintain her composure as Christine continued. But those close to the scene couldn't help but notice her clenched jaw and the subtle flush rising to her cheeks. When it was her turn to speak, Robyn attempted to pivot the conversation, emphasizing the importance of working through challenges in a relationship and staying committed. Her remarks, while diplomatically phrased, felt like a thinly veiled defense of her own choices and circumstances. However, the tension in the room was palpable, and it was clear that Robyn's words didn't land with the same authenticity as Christine's. In the intricate world of Sister Wives *, where familial bonds are tested and rivalries simmer beneath the surface, Christine Brown has become a beacon of resilience and authenticity. After breaking free from her spiritual marriage to Kody Brown, Christine has been unapologetically living her best life, much to the delight of fans. But with every triumphant step forward, Christine occasionally lets slip a subtle jab at her past, and this time, Robyn Brown might have found herself in the crosshairs of a particularly cringeworthy moment. #the gathering that set the stage. It all began during a family gathering that was meant to be a celebration. Christine, fresh from her engagement to David Woolley, was radiating happiness as she joined some of the Brown clan for a reunion. While most of the family, including Janelle and her children, were thrilled to see Christine thriving, there was an undeniable tension in the air whenever Robyn entered the conversation or the room. Robyn, often dubbed the favorite wife, has been at the center of many controversies within the family. Her perceived preferential treatment by Kody, coupled with her role in the eventual breakdown of the Plural marriage, has made her a lightning rod for criticism from fans and family alike. And Christine, never one to mince words when it matters, seemed poised to deliver a moment that left everyone talking. ####, Christine's cringe moment. During the gathering, the family decided to share anecdotes and advice about love and relationships, a seemingly harmless activity that quickly turned into a battlefield of subtext. When it was Christine's turn, she stood confidently, her engagement ring glinting under the light, and began to recount her journey to self-love and finding a partner who values her. Sometimes you don't realize how much you've been settling for crumbs until you sit down to a feast, Christine said, her words dripping with unspoken meaning. The room fell silent as her metaphor sank in. While she didn't name names, the implication was clear to everyone in attendance. Robyn, seated just a few chairs away, shifted uncomfortably, her expression a mixture of indignation and forced neutrality. To some, Christine's words might have sounded like general advice, but in the context of their shared history, it was a pointed remark that underscored the cracks in the Brown family dynamic. ####, a veiled reference to the past. Christine's comment wasn't just a random quip. It was a window into the years of frustration and neglect she endured during her marriage to Cody. Fans of Sister Wives will recall how Christine often felt like an afterthought in Cody's life, especially as his relationship with Robyn deepened. Cody's tendency to prioritize Robyn's needs and opinions often left Christine feeling invisible, a sentiment she voiced repeatedly before finally deciding to leave. Her metaphor of crumbs versus a feast encapsulated not only her past struggles, but also her newfound joy in a relationship where she feels truly cherished. And while Christine's comment resonated as a triumphant declaration of self-worth, it also carried a sting for Robyn, who has long been accused of monopolizing Cody's attention and resources. Whether intentional or not, Christine's words hit their mark, leaving Robyn in an awkward position. ####, Robyn's reaction. Robyn, ever the master of keeping up appearances, tried to maintain her composure as Christine continued. But those close to the scene couldn't help but notice her clenched jaw and the subtle flush rising to her cheeks. When it was her turn to speak, Robyn attempted to pivot the conversation, emphasizing the importance of working through challenges in a relationship and staying committed. Her remarks, while diplomatically phrased, felt like a thinly veiled defense of her own choices and circumstances. However, the tension in the room was palpable, and it was clear that Robyn's words didn't land with the same authenticity as Christine's. ####, Janelle, and the kids chime in. If there's one thing Christine can count on, it's the unwavering support of Janelle and their children. During the gathering, Janelle couldn't help but chime in, echoing Christine's sentiments about the importance of self-respect in a relationship. "You've got to know your worth," Janelle said, casting a meaningful glance toward Christine. "Life's too short to settle for anything less." The younger Brown kids, many of whom have publicly sided with Christine and Janelle in the family split, offered their own enthusiastic nods of agreement. Their solidarity was a stark contrast to the isolated position Robyn seemed to occupy in the room. ####, fan reactions to the moment. As clips and recaps of the gathering began circulating online, fans were quick to weigh in on Christine's apparent dig at Robyn. Social media was ablaze with commentary, with many praising Christine for her confidence and authenticity.